Hi children, welcome to our English class. Well, in today's video, we will learn one interesting lesson from class 7, My Painted House, My Friendly Chicken and Me. Well, children, look at the picture carefully and observe who do you find in the picture and what are the children doing and what are the animals doing and where do you think that's happening? Just let's look at it. Well, now let's see what do you find there. Houses, trees, well, children, cows, oxen, pigs, goats, dogs, rabbits, cats, and a hen. Now, where are the children? And think, is it a village or a town? Why? What are the boys looking at? Are the children friendly with the animals? What are the children doing? Which animal do you choose as your friend? Right. So, where are the children? I think they are in the farmhouse or in the street. Yes. Is it a village or a town? It's a village because there are many animals and there are so many trees. You can find them. And what are the boys looking at? The boys are looking at the animals and the other children playing with the animals. Now, are the children friendly with the animals? Yes, they are friendly. See how they are enjoying with all the animals? And what are the children doing? The children are feeding the animals and they are playing with them. Well, which animal do you choose as your friend? There are so many animals, right? There's a dog, there's a cat, there's a goat, and there's a pig, cow, and all. And if I get a chance, I'll choose rabbit, right? This is how you can see. Well, children, now let's read about an 8-year-old girl who lives in a painted village in South Africa with her mother, her aunts, her mischievous younger brother, and her best friend, a chicken. Right? Now let's see. Hello, stranger friend. I'm Thandi, an Andable girl in South Africa. I'm 8 years old and my best friend is a chicken. You may laugh at that, but when I tell my friend secrets, she can talk all she wants, but no one can understand her except another chicken, of course. Now let's look at the meaning Andable, a tribe from Zimbabwe and northeastern South Africa. So this lesson is about a tribal girl. Now let's see how does the girl address all of us. Hello, stranger friend, right? And where is the girl from? She's from South Africa. And how old is she? She's an 8-year-old girl. And who is her friend? A chicken. Interesting, right? And when you say my friend is a chicken and everybody may laugh, Now let's see. But Thandi says that whatever secret she tell, and she can understand, and she can uh, understand everything whatever she says. Now let's see. Who is Thandi? Thandi is an 8-year-old underbuilt girl from South Africa. Who is her best friend? Yes, Thandi's best friend is her chicken. Who is your best friend, children? Come on, everybody, you can think about it. So my best friend is, you can talk about any pet animal if you have, or you can talk about your friends. My chicken listens to my stories. She has other uses too. If you play with her and take her mind off what's going on, you can very quickly snatch a feather or two when she is distracted. She doesn't notice, and the feathers will come in handy later, of course. So let's look at the meaning snatch. To seize or take suddenly without permission. Distract, to make someone stop giving their attention to something. Now, as we said, my chicken listens to my stories. Whose stories? Thandi says that her friend listens to all her stories, and she also tells that she has other uses too. And one important thing is that if you play with her and take her mind of what's going on, you can quickly snatch a feather. You can take a feather, 1 or 2 feathers, and that also when she is distracted, when she is not observing. And there are so many uses of that feather, and that can be useful later on. Now let's see. How does Thandi snatch a feather from her chicken? Right? Thandi snatches a feather quickly when it is distracted. Right? And pick out the word that gives the meaning useful from the passage. There is one word. What is that? It's handy. Correct. And now how can we use the feather? Thandi said that we can use the feather later on and it's handy, of course. And one thing, we can use it for paintings, right? And some people, they will feel very soft also when they touch. Let's see. I have 2 hopes. One is my name, Thandi, which means hope in my language. All children are a hope for their families, and many underbuilt girls are named Hope. If you like, you can call yourself Hope too. In secret, of course, especially if you are a boy, of course. The other hope I have is that at the end of this book, I can say, goodbye friend, not goodbye stranger friend. So there are a lot of things that you have to understand. Let's see the meaning of hope. A feeling of expectation for a particular thing to happen. Well, everybody has hopes. In the same way, Thandi has also hopes. And one interesting thing is that one is my name Thandi, which means hope. What is the meaning of the name Thandi? Thandi itself means it's hope, right? And we all know that all the parents have a lot of hopes on their children. Like, my child should become like this, my child should become like this. And Thandi says, if you like, You can call yourself also Hope. And of course, if you're a boy, that means there are so many things that you can't understand where a girl feels a lot of problems, especially maybe in South Africa. And the other hope I have is that at the end of this book, I can say goodbye, friend, not goodbye, stranger friend. Now, at the beginning of the lesson, we have seen Thandi says, hello, stranger friend. That means she's not comfortable with all the people. So that's why she wants to be comfortable with everyone. And instead of she can say stranger friend, and she wished to say goodbye friend. Right? Now let's see. What is the meaning of Thandi? Hope, of course. And well, what is the meaning of your name? Did you ever think? Did you ever find? And what is the name or what is the meaning of your name? Try to find out. Here is, for example, if we say Sneha means friend or friendship, and if you say Madhu, it's sweet or honey. Like that, your name also might have definitely some meaning. Try to find out. This is the task for you. And now, pick out the antonyms for the words friend and stranger. Yes, friend is enemy, and for stranger, it's a well-known or a familiar one. I don't know why, but Andable people do not call anything beautiful. Even that the best thing is described as good, all Andable women paint their houses, and I want you to know, stranger friend, no one's house is as good as my mother's. She has started to teach me to paint good, very good designs. Well, here is one strange thing. I don't know why, but Andable people do not call anything beautiful. So this sentence tells that several things for us. See, these people don't call anything beautiful. Even the best thing is also described as good. Do you know why? Maybe they want to give the best, or in some other cases, even they may not like what they see also. Who knows it? And one interesting thing, as I said, in South Africa, you can find several painted houses as we have seen. And that's why, and all the women paint their houses. And one interesting thing is that no one's house is as good as my mother's, right? And what did her mother do? She has started to teach Thandi to paint good and very good designs. And let's look at how the houses are. Right. Why do you think Andable people do not call anything beautiful? What do you think is the reason? Well, you can say, I think they want to give the best because even they describe the best things as good things only. Who teaches her to paint? Of course, her mother teaches her to paint good designs. This is the house you can look at. Now let's see. When I'm taller, I shall have a house so good, people will stop in front of my walls and smile and even laugh out loud. You have to have strong eyes to paint well, and your hand must not shake like a leaf on a tree, for you must fill a chicken's feather with paint and draw a line as straight as a spear. Right. What is the wish of Thandi here? When she becomes taller, when she grows bigger, and she wants to have a house. And what kind of house? It should be beautiful and it should be full of paintings like this house, and everybody should wait in front of your house and look at the walls and everything. And there is one more interesting thing, that if you want to paint something, if you want to become a painter, there are some interesting qualities here. Number one, you should have strong eyes. That means you should pay attention, you should be creative. And another important thing is that your hand must not shake, right? If you have that kind of consistency, then you can paint very well. And here, as I told you, they use the feathers for painting because the point, like a spear. Spear means here a weapon with a pointed tip, that with the small tip of that feather, they can do paintings, right? This is how they use. What does Thandi want to do when she grows bigger? Thandi wants to have a beautiful house so that people will stop in front of it. And what qualities are required for a painter according to Thandi? Number one should have strong eyes to paint well, and one must not shake hands while painting. Well, can you think of some pictures that can be drawn with a feather? How are colors used to decorate the houses in villages during festivals? Right? Think of it, and you can look at the pictures which were drawn by the feather. Even you can look at these beautiful pictures and how they can use the feathers for painting, right? Lovely, interesting, isn't it? So, well, here is a task for you. Talk and write about your dream house. As we said in the lesson, you have seen my painted house, my friendly chicken, and me. In the same way, look at children, you can look at the beautiful house there. And now talk and write about your dream house, right? So everybody will have a dream and how it should be, right? So now look at the picture. Here is one house that where a child painted and visualized how her dream house should be. Look at it, and you too can think what kind of house you should have when you become bigger, right? Here are some tips for you. Please keep it in your mind and then build a house. Think of writing or talking about your dream house. Number one, what's your dream house like? Is it a house or villa or a flat or a castle? When do you want to complete it? You should have a target or a goal by 2025 or 2030 or 2035. And where do you want to build it? In a village or a town or on a hill or beside the river or in the forest, right? So how many floors or stories? 2 stories or 3 stories? 3-story building? How many floors should it have? Or single-story building? It's up to you. And how many bedrooms do you want to have apart from other rooms like, living room, dining room, kitchen and all? And how do you want to paint and decorate your house? That's very important, right? What kind of paints you should have? And what things do you want to put in your room? Right? A TV or a computer or whatever you want. Or sometimes some people wish to listen to music, so home theater. And is there any swimming pool in your house? Are you planning for that? Is there a garden in your dream house? And what it should consist? Is it big trees or many flowering plants? And what do you want? Are there any pet animals in your dream house? Which pet animals would you like to have? So keeping all the points in your view, talk about your dream house and then write about it. Okay? So hope you'll do this and we'll meet in the next class. Thank you, children. Hope you enjoyed this. We'll meet in the next class.